My name is Michael Vetter. I live in Mico, Florida, and I build custom cars for a living. I like to build unique concepts that haven't been on the streets before. I like to do the upper end of fiberglass work. I can build pretty much anything from a picture to a completely finished product that's street legal. This particular car I call the Terrestrial vehicle. I've been driving this car for the last 4 years, having a lot of fun with it. One of the reasons for this car was I had a little girl who's 6 years old now and has back seats, so I'm able to drive around with a sports car that still has family opportunities. It starts off as a chunk of styrofoam. I shape the foam, make a hard mold off of the foam, then I make a body shell out of the molds, and then I build a drivetrain underneath that. So I've built this car with 5 different types of drivetrains. I've sent some overseas, like the Middle East, where they like Toyota drivetrains. This particular car is powered by a Chevrolet drivetrain, a 2-liter supercharged Chevy engine, transmission and air conditioning system. Custom built suspension, so it's air adjustable, it goes up and down, so it doesn't have any problem with speed bumps, like a lot of people are like, how did that thing get here? I've done the same car with Porsche drivetrain and 100% electric. So it really depends on what a customer may like. This is the 8th one of these, so there are 7 running around, most of them overseas. We have one in the London Motor Museum. We have 2 of them in Dubai, 1 in Germany, 1 in Canada. There's 1 in Miami, another 1 in New Jersey. I think that's all of them. To build one of these, they run right around $100,000, depending on the drivetrain. All electric. If they really want to get a crazy drivetrain, the price can get upwards of $200,000, depending on how much of the chassis we have to custom build. I like to use a donor car. I could build this car on a Prius or a Nissan Leaf, and that would reduce the price a little. If they want V8, super, lots of power, then they're of course much more expensive. And then I do have laminated DOT glass. All the parts do have to be street legal parts that would be found on a normal car. It feels that the faster you go, it seems to get quieter inside. Through talking with people who do know about drag coefficient, I realized that the rear end being rounded actually creates a suction, so it's probably not as good as it could be. But I do this more for the aesthetics. I like the looks of something different. So this interior is all suede and leather with a bunch of brushed aluminum accents, and we have a machine shop making us nice aluminum parts, so just something to make it different. There's a front and rear camera on this car. I like to have a camera down low to the curb. I can pull within 2 inches of a curb and not tear up the front bumper. Rear camera because there's not a rear window. We are using a little 3D printing. We are just starting this. This car was done by hand, and generally the first shape would cost me about $30,000 to $35,000 to make a styrofoam product into something we can make a mold of. Nowadays, the computer modeling, we're able to do that for about half the price, whereas 3 years ago it was about $100,000, today $15,000. So now we're able to put out a much better product and a lot faster. A lot of advantages to the 3D printing, 3D modeling, and it keeps the cost down because of time savings, and it makes the finished product even better because it's 100% symmetrical, which is very hard to do when you make a car from hand. I love to build custom cars, and I can build anything from a picture to a finished product. That's what I do. We have a large shop in Mico on the east coast of Florida, central east coast.